Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. You can hear the construction beside us. It's been an ongoing thing for a little while now. We do the best we can. 9 listings today. I don't know if anything's really mind-blowing, but we'll go through it anyways. It won't take long. So we've got Maple here at $299. It's a Windsor model, and it's the corner, and you can tell that because you've got your little cutaway, I guess whatever you call it, like almost your kind of turret in the corner. Wood toilet seat, it's not impressing. Vacant homes are harder to sell. Places on the first floor are harder to sell. But you go up a floor or two, you get a few more upgrades. And we've seen this exact floor plan go for $310, $320. So I do think they've priced it according to the market. 383 Main is a 3-bedroom place. It's between 12 and 1,300 square feet. Very popular Green Life building. We've talked about how cool this building is, and we're probably going to start to see the one on Whitmer, which is Green Life 2. They're starting to occupy, so we're going to start to see some homes kind of come on the market. Probably not till it's registered, but we're starting to see occupancy there. You know, it's a big unit. You can buy the 3 bedrooms cheaper, like $100,000 cheaper if you go over to Maple Crossing, but you're not going to find the building quality. You're not going to find the lowest fees in Ontario. This is, so for the size of this, you go over to 100 Millside, you're going to pay $600-700. This was $138. Doesn't include as much as Millside, but it's the least expensive condo fees in all of Canada. And it's because of geothermal heat, solar panels. It's really quite an amazing building. ICF construction, triple glazed windows. Windows are not great insulators to begin with, but at least they've got 3 panes. Whitmer's $459. It's a Robindale, so it's about 1,600 square feet, and they've done all the nice upgrades in here. It's actually one of the better. We've seen the Robindales up at like $489. This is probably a pretty good price for this home, and you are a little bit. Seems like the ones right across from Green Life all seem to be selling. So that one you're going to be able to see the new Green Life building right from your front door. So comparison, 10,000 more is this one on McFerrin. It's 1,873 square feet. So you're, the better part of 300 square feet larger than the previous one. Not quite as many upgrades, although it's nice. Doesn't have the 9-foot ceiling on the main floor, which makes a huge difference to how the whole space feels. It does seem somewhat in line with what they've been selling for, but at some point at $470, you can go, hey, you know what? I'll go buy a detached home for not a lot more. Like the one on 988 Savaline. It's amazing because that home has had so much interest, and I can't believe it hasn't sold yet. Usually on average we're about 15 showings to get an offer. When we've looked right across the whole history of the brokerage and even our own experience, that's the magic number. So whenever somebody launches a home for sale, we always try and give people some expectations, is to say, okay, if you get 3 showings a week, maybe it's done in a month. If you get 5 showings a week, maybe it'll be less than a month. So you can start to gauge your activity level based on the time on the market that it may take to actually sell the home on average. So anyway, that's a neat little thing to know. And McGee Stern is $574.9. It's a Quincy corner, so it's a little under 1,900 square feet. It looks like they've got laminate floors throughout. That's not a hardwood, although it looks like a good laminate floor. The interesting thing about the Quincy's is they've kind of sold anywhere from like $520, $530 for nice ones. And we had one that was listed at $550, sold all the way up at $600 with a finished basement, so $50,000 more than asking. We've seen a few of the Plan 5 corners, which are a few hundred square feet smaller, and they've gone for around $550. So it's very difficult to price these. The double garages have been all over the place for the last few months. Based on what else is out there, I think they're probably shooting a little bit high. We've got one on Costigan for a whole lot less than this one, about $30,000 less, and it's right around the same size. So I think they may be aiming a little bit high on that one, just based on what else is out there, sort of non-Mattamy comparison. Pettitte Trials, $589, 2,250 square feet plus a finished basement. Probably a pretty good size that you're getting for the money. I don't know if the inside is really overly impressive. I do like Pettitte as a street. I think generally people keep their homes well. And you've got a 53-foot frontage. I'm not sure if it's wider in the front than the back, but 100 deep, that's a nice size property too. So that's almost like kind of Bronte Meadows, old Milton size. Next one up is Gowland. Actually, I said this list is not good. It's not too bad, actually. This one in Gowland is one of my favorites. It's a side split, and we're at 645.9. We have seen quite a few kind of drifting in the mid-6s on Gowland recently. Yes, it has a bit of a dated kitchen, and it's deceiving how big this one is. There's a lot of separate rooms here. There's some original parts to it, but the land is big, 55 by 137. Typically, most of the lots on this, on Gowland Crescent, are kind of 55 by like 115. So you're getting probably an extra 20 feet in the yard. You're getting a lot of space in the backyard for not only the pool, but you've got a little bit of lawn there. And I would say that this one seems like it's in line, although the one on white at $619 to me is still a really, really good deal at $619. And they've also got a pool there as well. So Gooch is 2746 square feet. It's a hazelnut. It has nice finishes inside. We've seen this model go up in the higher 6s. And I would say that everything looks good in this one here. It's been listed for a little while. I do like the aerial shots. There are more uses of drones being used to take pictures in real estate, and that's kind of exciting, especially for the estate properties. We saw a great use of it on the Princess Margaret home on Savaline, which I believe is sold conditional after maybe a week or so. And over $1 million. That's not easy to do. So kudos to the agents who listed it. And then we've got Britannia here, west of Trafalgar, 749.9, and we've got a 150 by 150 foot lot. Long term, there's a lot of changes coming to this area. Short term, you're basically going to sit on a busier street. I imagine this home as being like one of those offices that you'd see when you go when you get off the QEW and you go south on here, Ontario, to get to Port Credit. You see all those accounting offices, architects' offices, doctors, that kind of stuff. That's what I imagine a home like this to be in the future. So anyway, that's the list for today. 9 properties. If you have any questions about anything in this list, I would say my personal favorite is probably Gowland, although there's a couple that have some promise there. Give us a call. We'd be glad to get you in. See you tomorrow. Bye.